Hello everyone, welcome to a fun spotlight video featuring Unglob, the Terror of Mirkwood. I was highly requested to bring out a video featuring the wonderful spider in his native environment. So here it is for everyone. Now I won't be going in-depth into his abilities, strengths, and weaknesses because I already did that in another video, and I don't feel like it. But what I will be doing is play-by-play commentary. This should be fun. I really enjoyed playing this match, and it should be just as great to narrate. I managed to grab my buddy Trobe56 over there to come help out and be a good laning partner and give me someone I can rely on to bring the best video I can to you guys. So let's watch the magic happen. First thing I usually do is pull out some lane control by grabbing whatever shrine I can and hopefully trying to pull an early gank, especially if I got a good teammate partner. Crazy Spartan over there actually tried to get away, but he missed up his teleport, and let's just say it didn't end well for him. Now this did leave me at half health, but that's okay. As I mean, it already almost put me at level 2, and it's not even a minute into the game. Now Trope got a little reckless and got a little too close to the tower. He was still feeling off that bloodlust of killing Agendower. That's alright, we all get that way sometimes. So what we're trying to do right here is bait Agendower into approaching us. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Agendower. I'm going to slow him. Trobe's going to taunt him. And it's over. And then we get a whole 10 free seconds to just pound away on this tower and make it our little girl. Now I pull back to try to get some control on the lane, to give it a little bit of push. There I am, yanking them all together. What I did right there was I pulled the enemies out of the tower range so we're not losing hit points on our troops faster than we need to. Now I see that the bot's dealing with Trobe, so I know he's not going to come back to hit the tower. So I let Trobe do his thing, and then I came over for the assist. Now I didn't pull off a kill because I missed with my pull. That's okay. I'll have plenty of chances later. Now that my cooldowns are up, I tried to do another pull, but miss. But that's okay, Golem decided to come back and play anyways. Now we're not in any position to push right now because we don't have any troops, and they got a wave coming before ours. Now I should be going back in for another pull, which this time does lock them both up. Now, I didn't know that he was going to taunt right away, so I missed my chance to get that kill, but it's okay. He popped his heal, and we wouldn't have got the kill anyways without dying. That tower would have just eaten us alive. So we're playing a little conservative, but still pushing hard. Now, that time the ability did hit, but due to the bug, it didn't actually yank him. It's disappointing, but there's nothing we can really do. Now we decided we needed to help middle because that Nori's pushing that lane hard, so we come down for our gank. Now I told Trobe to wait in the bush so that way he didn't see him coming and just thought it was me, but that's okay. So we sit outside of sight range and slowly sneak our way back to the unsuspecting Nori. We approach like a predator in the bush. Given Fingers didn't stand a chance. Now both of us have our ultimate up and we begin our hunt. The hunt for the red loot ball. Now we're not going to catch him because that tower is just a little too close, but that's okay. Now Trobe was not in a position where he could exploit that. It's okay, because I looked up and I'm like, oh, there's Agendour. Let's all go have fun with Agendour. And then we watch them start to group up in the middle. They'll stay in that big centralized group in the middle for quite a while. In fact, you'll get to see us exploit that around the 8-minute mark. It's worth waiting for. Now Goldfinger gets caught again. He just couldn't get out of that slow, and his teammates, being enchanters, just couldn't get in there to do the damage they needed to do. Now Close popped his teleport, so I was able to deal good damage, but not enough to get away. Trobe goes in with a little too little health and perishes. That is his first death of the game. So I decide I need to go up and start pushing top lane, as I really would like to get a tower down. As he inches ever so closely to our tower, he begins attacking him, but to be pushed back by the Nori. And a wild golem appears, raping the poor spider. Because Golem does not like the spiders. Now at this point in the game, I have begun to accumulate a sense for how everyone's playing. So, it's time to go on the offense. Not that I was going on the defense beforehand. Now I told Trobe, I did a call out and asked him to go up and around, so that way he'll be on the outside of those back. Unglob the bot should be able to hold that spot. And then we go in to grab Crazed Spartan, and really any kill we can. Now Given Fingers is an idiot. He decided he wanted to sit back there. Now, while we don't have anything up to actually kill Crazed because he teleported away, we should have pushed that tower. But we didn't. Instead, we decided we wanted to go back for Givens, who decided to sit around even though he just saw 2 enemy players go to the right. So we begin the pursuit. Chasing as fast as I can. Spamming my buttons. Now, Trobe misses his cue to actually do the taunt, but that's okay. Lugbo was waiting with the dragon. And we begin just pounding away at this tower, harder and harder, watching it fall, as Golem tries to approach. And then Golem does some weird zigzagging thing in between the enemies. I don't know what he was thinking, but it did not pay off for him. Now, my favorite point of the match is coming up soon. I tell Trobe to come up with me and wait. And just wait as we sit in the bush and discuss our vile, evil tactics. Now, as you see, you can count 1, 2, 3 enemies. Trobe and I are both level 7. The enemies are 7, 7, 6, and 6. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 teammates. He pops his ult. I pop my ult. He misses the kill on Lugbo, who gets away. But in a 4 versus 2 team fight of equal level, equal health, we came away together, dominating that match. And at this point, it gives us the momentum we need to push this tower. Now I'm going to use my invulnerability on my hunt to actually dodge that tower attack. Now I know we need to run because they are recouped and ready to go, but Trobe gets taunted back in by the Loot Bowl dog. There's nothing I could do to save him. I thought about it, but I decided, nah, he can take a death for this. So I decided I want to come down and mess with Unglob. Because Unglob looks all lonely down here. Let's just say he didn't make it. So we end up pushing this tower now. With my 19 structure damage and my Wilderness Relic kicking in, I have more than enough speed and power to take down a lot of challenges. Towers are no match for me at this point. Now I see that Gollum and everyone in general has overextended, so I go in for a nice back attack ungiven, which shuts him down again. And then I lead with a nice double kill, chasing after Gollum. Now Gollum does sit back a little bit, which is smart, and my cooldowns really aren't up enough to really take him down without risking damage. But he decides to extend ever so slightly and enter into the waiting maw of the vicious spider. Now I do a call out to Trobe to come help me with this creep, just so we can kill it quickly and get back. That's okay. I got more than enough to get in and get away. Now for some reason we decided we wanted to all try to group up on this tower. It does not pay off for us, but then again we don't really lose that much either. We even get a kill and back away. Now while we don't get to push the tower, we did end up winning that trade. And then I'm like, oh, look! Hey buddy! And Trobe and I decided to take care of it the right way. We actually were betting at that point who would steal whose kill. Now at this point we get a little reckless and you'll see me drop. Like I said, we should have just stayed away from that tower. But we grouped up right in front and they exploited it. But that's okay. My 9 and 2's doing just fine. Now I bring up Agendour's belt because I was curious. My buddy plays Agendour quite a bit, so we wanted to know what he was packing. He's packing way too much cooldown reduction. But it's his own call. I think with everything he's bringing like 50% cooldown reduction, which as you know is capped at 25%. But wait, just take a look at Lugbol's build when we get around to that a little later in the video. You might have a chuckle or two. Now I focus right now on lane clearing, because I know that I can push lanes pretty hard. All I have to do is get a crit off with my ability, or get a few good hits. And then I decide, while I'm down here, I want to see if I can do this. I pop my abilities, I'm like, wait, I don't need this. And I just wreck his face. Giving me almost enough XP to really keep pushing, and quite a bit of an advantage to go take on Agendour, who got a little close there. With my move speed and attack speed at this point, no hero in this match could touch me. The penetration's a nice bonus too, because everybody likes penetration. Here I see Goldfinger's trying to escape again. He tries to juke me out for some reason. Well, let's just say it doesn't work out. Now here I am with 28 hit points, and I decide I'm going to run into the bush. Mistakes were made. Here I decide I want to see what killed me. So I take a look at Lugbol. He is stacking 12% ability cooldown, plus 20% ability cooldown, plus another 20% ability cooldown, plus another 20% ability cooldown from the relics or the gems themselves. So let's do some quick napkin math. That's way too much. Now I was getting curious to see if I could go take the troll, but I'm pretty sure that would not work out with me because of my health. Troll would probably kill me about 4 hits, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't do enough damage to kill him. I do have archers, which would have let me do it, but I didn't think of it at the time. Instead, I decided I wanted to focus more on lane pushing and countering middle. Now, I told Trobe to fall back because I saw him getting a little low. And I said, you know what, I'm going to try to, jump these guys, see what happens. When I realized there were 4 of them and I was all alone, I decided I'm just going to grab a kill or 2. Being conservative. Letting Unglob steal a kill from me. Trobe take the other kill from me. That's okay, I have no problem with assists. I'm a humble spider. And then we decide, you know what, they don't have any people. And then I decide, I'm going to chase. And then this happens. It was not a proud moment for me. Now, normally an ability power, Unglob would have wrecked me a lot easier, but Unglob does have quite a bit of power on his own, and he'd already popped a few abilities, so he had his passive working for him. Since I have very little health, there's not much I can do to a 300-point dragon that just hit me in the face. Now, I take a chance to look around the battlefield and see what's going on. I see we got a lot of pressure on our lanes, and I choose not to upgrade the barracks at this time. That was a consensual agreement between me and Trobe, because we thought we could push through early on, take the rush while we can while everyone's dead, and see about pushing onward. And here I am capping out my belt. Now I jump in on purpose to pop archers, so that way they'll start targeting the archers and hopefully hit that before the waves come in. And then we all push the tower as fast as we can. Now the enemies are going to come at us one and one. Well, it doesn't work out for them. That's another weird bug that just popped up. Occasionally when you do your yank ability on an enemy, it'll actually jump behind you. Which, if that enemy was smart, he would have ran away, taking that chance. It didn't work out for him. And there you see, we just got a 4-person kill on their team. The only one we didn't kill is Gollum, which I actually have no idea where Gollum is at this time. I also decided to test my strength by yanking a tree in for fun. Now here we are playing a little conservative, just making sure we push the lanes as much as we can, taking the treants, making sure we don't make any major mistakes. I wish I had grabbed that treant that Trobe tried to grab and brought it down, because it would have allowed us to push, because we don't have treants up, so there's nothing we can really do about that. So I decide I'm going to keep pushing, and I end up getting cornered over here. But that's okay, because I took 2 people with me. And I'm proud of that. Right now I'm sitting at 17 kills, 5 deaths. Spoiler alert, you just saw my last death. We got just over 2 minutes left on the clock. We have the center lane completely pushed. We have the enemy team finally catching up in levels. Overall, I'm feeling pretty good about this. We do have a 300-point lead, which is quite nice. Now, as I spawn, I see Trobe spawn too, so I was going to tell him to push the, upgrade the towers. So we made sure to push all that up and get ready to go. I have to correct myself, that was actually Unglob. My mistake. The bot took care of my dirty job. Now, I told Trobe to wait for me to get here, so that way we could gank them together, which pays off. Now, I'm using my superior speed, and I popped my invincibility just so that way I could catch up to him, so he couldn't get away. Trobe pops his taunt, and well, you can guess what happens after this rage quit happens. After a quick delay, he falls. Now Gollum was just chilling. It did not work out for him. Now we see all the enemy troops here, and I make sure to correct my mistake earlier and bring over the treant, so that way our top lane can actually push. Not that we really need it at this point, but gotta play safe, gotta play smart. There's Unglob making a mistake. He thinks he's gonna push me around. I'm not gonna have that. No, I just remembered that I did lie. I did actually have one more death. And this was actually a really stupid mistake on my part. I pop my heal, I jump back in, I get hit by a chain moveset. Unglob got me again. But that's okay. What I find funny is the little exchange between our Unglob and their Unglob. Our Unglob is better equipped, more hit points, and all the cooldowns off. Their Unglob has a fraction of health and is running circles around our Unglob. Wonder if that says anything about the bot AI. Nah, it couldn't. And that is the end of the match. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed filming it. And if you look around, you'll see me and my buddy dead together, laying on the ground. It's almost poetic. Mozgog and the spider.